It was the end of my either freshman or sophomore year of college, and the Christian group that I was a part of, they did kind of this end of the year week-long camp that I loved. So it must have been my sophomore year. And I really wanted to go, but it meant, not going home right after school ended for the semester and not starting work, because summer was the primary way I paid for college, working during that time. So I remember calling my parents and saying, I really want to go to this camp. I'm super excited. And my dad was like, I don't think you should go. It's costly, and you're also going to miss out on work. And to my dad's credit, I can't imagine being a parent, watching your kid be in college and have these expenses, but also want to do these things that are fun, but maybe not necessary. So he was kind of torn with that. And I remember being like, no, I think I need to go. And I was really torn because that was probably the first time I really disagreed with my dad in a way that he was like, I don't know if you should do this. And I was like, I really think I should do this. So I remember, seeking wise counsel with some friends and staff with the ministry I was a part of, and even talking to my dad about it and being like, I know you feel this way and I can understand why. And I really feel this way and I'm going to go to this. And yeah, it ended up being really good, and I look back on it as a time that I'm glad my dad disagreed. So it made me consider why did I actually want to go to this? Was it because my friends were going and everyone was going to be there, or was it because I felt like God was inviting me into something? And I think it was option 2.
Our older son is autistic, and for years, my husband and I have been trying to fix our family situation. And we have, tried all sorts of things. We both come from I'm the parent, you're the kid, you do what I say because I said so. Our son's brain literally doesn't have the capability of accepting that premise, which means we have had to shift the paradigm of what we feel our family has to be. And so learning that sometimes the answer to what you're looking for isn't what you expect has been really eye-opening for us.
I think it was my junior year of college. I'm realizing a lot of these memories have of college, which is fun to reflect on. But I was given the opportunity to go abroad to Southeast Asia, a place called Kazakhstan, and teach English as a second language for about 40 days. And I would live with a family who spoke only Russian and kind of do an immersive experience. And I remember telling some of my friends, and it was my last summer before graduation, and they were like, why on earth would you do that? You get to travel, but also you won't really understand anything that is happening, a different language, you'll be in a different place, yada, yada. And I remember feeling really at peace that this was something I was supposed to do, and give up that time in order to make space for what God had for me there, and what I would be invited into, with setting aside that time regardless of what other people thought of if it was a good idea or not.
I feel like most of the time when that has happened to me, I've looked back later and been like, I don't think that was actually God telling me to do that. And then I felt bad about it. One time in particular, I remember I was in high school. I was involved with an evangelical youth group. I lived in Japan at the time. Not a Japanese youth group, just Americans. But I was talking with a Mormon friend, and we were having this heated debate about, I believe it's in James, where he says, faith without works is dead. And my youth group had said, if anybody ever tells you that, you need to argue with them. And so I argued with this friend, and her youth group had told her the same thing. And we ran out of arguments, and then remembered that we had to go get our other friends who were more into the whole youth group thing. So we had them be proxy arguers for us. And that definitely seems like the sort of thing that I don't think God was backing aside in that fight. Hopefully, we all learned something from it.
When I first started coming to Lakeside, I was in a place of very weak faith. I hadn't been to church in years, and I was in a turbulent marriage with 2 little kids. And when I came here, it felt like the community just put their arms around us and really welcomed us, and that really helped make me want to be here, and also it really helped restore my faith.
My faith has always been steady, but it's been reinforced with things that happen, particularly my last round with my reoccurrence of breast cancer. We had some tests ran. I had 3 tumors, one of them shutting off my esophagus, so I wasn't swallowing anything solid. We were on new medication. 6 weeks later, we took the same test again, and they were gone. I don't mean the tumors were reduced, they were gone. And if that doesn't fortify your faith, nothing will.